What's up, gang? Hope you're doing well. This is one that's been recommended quite a bit of trainers to look at, the Guard Whisperer. So this is a workout with Stephon Castle, who just won Rookie of the Year in the NBA, I believe. But let's get into it. I think that's VJ Edgecombe as well. So one thing I try to do, as you remember, is not go through all their content now. I try to get straight into like the workouts and have a look at those. Also, I don't know if there's any audio. I feel like there's no audio. Who's the Guard Whisperer? Is it this guy? And you're gonna start seeing a trend, right? We talk about all these like weird shooting drill or form shooting or warm up type things, and I think most coaches, most trainers, even professional level, elementary level, I think this stuff is pretty good to do. Just like have a thing that gets guys loose with the ball in their hands and like get some movement stuff, get some blood flowing, get your brain kind of starting to lock in, gets a feel for the ball. So I don't really break down this stuff too much. Yeah, it sounds like there's just no audio. Oh, maybe a little bit. Oh, it's just super quiet. This little footwork stuff is pretty good. I talk about when you're repping out shots. We saw it with the TJL training video. Most coaches will just say like you have to be able to do all the footwork, right? I don't think it's efficient or very good for developing habits when you start off doing a bunch of different footwork. I think as a kid, like kids that aren't very experienced with basketball, that's the last thing I would be worried about. Just shoot open shots. I would just be telling the kid, them identifying what an open shot is more important to me than how you catch it, how you shoot it, what your feet are doing. Like just identify what an open shot is. And then when you get an open shot, shoot the ball. Like those are the first couple things. Once they get to a point where they're getting confident with what a shot is, then let them get reps up. Then once you get reps up, then you need to really start focusing in on the details. So once you get to that point where you're consistently getting open looks in games and in practice and 5-on-5 pickup, stuff like that, then start like detailing how we're getting into that shot or different specific types of footwork. So this is very good. Most people don't need to jump in and start doing this, but if you have a partner and you can get up a lot of volume shots, if volume shooting is something you already have, I would highly recommend doing some different types of catches like this. So off the left leg, little hop, right leg, little hop, like stepping back into your shot, stepping forward into your shot. I covered this on the shooting video on my channel, but this stuff is important for if you're already doing volume shooting. This is another way to add to that volume shooting, to tweak it a bit.
We can learn from this dude. Yeah, I had him watch. That nigga's good, bro.
Baron Davis.
Pace, patience, all the stuff we talk about, nothing is too.
And this stuff is pretty good for trainers. We speak about a lot. Like have some film, like being able to sit down and go through film or contextualize a drill, like why you're doing it.
Elbows is layups. I just had him watch. And I ain't think about you. Baseline. Talk about getting to that baseline. Ain't shit changed.
Ain't shit changed. Isn't it interesting watching that clip? Think of the 5 spots on the floor that I always teach, but then at just like the different levels. But top of the key, well, it's 10 spots on the floor, but top of the key, elbow, and then short corner.
And I ain't think
so he's got to move from the top of the key, gets to the elbow. That low defender, he's got to drive back to the middle, but that's where all the defense is. So as an NBA player, just dribble out to that short corner, know that I'm going to have an open jump shot. The game is simple, guys.
Baseline, Ain't shit changed. That nigga was good. He can play with pace, he can play up tempo. He was one of the better on-ball defenders in the league. Patient, bring you into the screen, baseline. Every shit we talking about now, he was doing.
Wish we could see that one. It's kind of blurry.
All
right, we'll
body, separate.
Look where Baron Davis has scored from almost every time. It's that short corner, right?
So, this nigga, bro, I swear to God, he'd be top 5 point guard. Easy. I don't give two.
Baron Davis, top 5 point guards? Maybe doesn't mean all time.
Many niggas credit. He an LA kid, like Joe size and shit. It looked like easy, dog. The fuck really good one for us to study a little bit. Won't. Like just come one day and touch back and get in with us. That's my nigga. Transit eyes. 6'4". 6'4". Yup.
Baron Davis 6'4"? Yikes. I don't think I ever noticed it. I think he's like 6'2", right?
Huh?
All right, so some more form shooting. So yeah, this all just seems like the warm-ups and whatever.
Same thing, put dark on it, not flat. You got to drop in.
Shots like this, I know they're going over the backboard or whatever, and it's probably like a cue to keep in his head to see if he's shooting it high enough. I actually think this is pretty decent to work on your touch. Again, I wouldn't spend more than 5 to 10 minutes on form shooting or adding in a bunch of like really quirky drills. I think 5 to 10 minutes a session is more than enough. Then you need to get into your game stuff, like game-like stuff, highly specific stuff that you want to work on. Then if you still have energy, at the end you can do more stuff. But and this is, I don't know what they're doing, but this is just a lot of the training videos we've been breaking down. There's too much quirkiness, not enough meat and potatoes. This sort of stuff, I would always shoot really high. And I think I told you guys, because I had a really flat shot. So one of the things I always had to do, this was like a reset for me. If I could shoot it really high a couple times, I get the right touch, and I just overemphasize shooting it really high. And then when I go back to my normal shot, I'm like, oh yeah, this feels good. Once my shot started getting too flat, I would break out of whatever drill I was doing or whatever. Instead of fighting through it, sometimes you fight through it, like if you're doing a timed drill or a scoring drill or something where you're like keeping score. But if I was just doing volume shooting and it was flat, it's like, okay, I can fight through this or I can go fix it. And knowing when to do that is super important. So adding this, sometimes I would do my volume shooting where you shoot 10 from a spot. So I'd shoot 10 I still do it to this day when I'm shooting. On the 10th one, I would shoot it as high as I can. And the reason for that is like to add more pressure. So let's just say I made 9 in a row. I've made 10 in a row, especially mid-range, like 10 in a row, hundreds of thousands and thousands of times in my life. So it's not a big deal hitting 10 in a row, but hitting 9 in a row and then knowing like, or getting to 7 and being like, oh, if I get to 9, I get to shoot the really high arcing shot. It's kind of like a bonus for myself. So it was another way to add pressure. And then once I got that 10th shot, it was also like, hey, shoot it as high as you can, but also try to make it. It was just another way to like build some mental pressure and then reward myself for going 9 out of 10.
Where it drops in, same thing, put the arc on it, not flat. You got to drop in.
So you're trying to go glass. And so the difference for me though, he's just using his upper body. So to me, the fix was my lower body moving in unison with my upper body. So that's what I did personally. I don't know what they're working on.
Got to drop in, forward, good. Step back, got to be above the square. Yep, good. Ooh. Yep. Good. Flatter. Don't come in there flat. There you go, good.
Oh, I thought you meant his shot. I was like, what? After all those arcs? So, yeah, I think a lot of guys see a workout like this and they think, like, this is kind of my issue with the training industry. This is kind of what I would expect for an NBA player to be doing, to mix up their workouts, to go learn some from another guy. Like, this is what I would expect. They got 2 guys in here that are rebounding for him, and then they got a guy that's specifically watching every single thing and like just talking to him the whole time. But this is like learning for Castle. This is like learning. He can take some of this stuff and add it, or he can not use some of it. This to me feels like what NBA players should be doing. But younger players see this, or other trainers see this, and they think like this is what basketball development looks like. This is what it on every level. This is what you need on every level. Castle already has all the fundamentals, intangibles. Like, he's already got 90% of what it takes to be a very successful NBA player. He's already got the 90%. These guys are here to give him that another 2%. And then next year it's another 2%. Then it's another 2%. Like, they're just adding little bits. Once you get to this point, it's really hard to add improvements to your game. That's why it's so noticeable when Kobe Bryant would come back like a little bit bigger. He spent a lot of time on his body one year. Jordan did the same thing. And then they come back, LeBron comes back with a 3-pointer. Like, when guys add something to their game, it's really impressive, because at that level, it's really hard to do. All that to say, don't watch this training session and think like this is your training session. Know who this is for. Look at some of the stuff. And when you're training with your friends and you don't have a trainer, this is stuff you can experiment with your friends. After you've done like a pretty good workout, or you've played 5-on-5, whatever. Go play basketball is the most important thing. But if you're by yourself and you're like, oh, I want to go get the ball in my hands, like, let's go work on some of this stuff. That's when it's fine.
Load this. So push up on that right leg. There you go. Good.
Honestly, this is kind of what a lot of your life, if you want to be a professional player, if you don't like this, you're probably going to really struggle. I can only imagine this has been going on for 20 minutes. He's just been shooting.
Do the side punch and his legs here, but really it's just to get in the guy's body, create a gap, any little gap, right? And when they close, you exploit the close.
We talk about that a bunch, don't we? I've got a full video on the main channel about this. I call it creating some tension to where they got to close that gap. When the tension is really pulled tight, that rubber band is pulled tight, you can go anywhere. They're at your mercy. Every level you go up, that rubber band, that tension, you only have a smaller and smaller window. When you're playing a bad defender, that tension's like this. Like, they're either going to give you a wide open shot, or they're going to play too close and you can go around them. But every level you go up, so years ago, becomes more important.
I'm big on creating contact. Do you remember that sports science show? So they did a thing where I'm here, if Steph's at the 3-point line with this much real estate, get to the 3-point line, Steph. If I step with my left leg and he attacks my left leg, he should get a shot. I don't have enough time to.
Is this the guard whisperer? Is this the guy? This is the type of stuff. So when people say they're a professional trainer, or they're an NBA trainer, this is what people think they are. This is what people think they're getting. They think they're getting this. When people say they're an NBA trainer, though, or a professional trainer, you're not getting this. You're getting this. You're getting, and no disrespect to this guy, but you're getting a guy that's rebounding and just telling you to do a drill. When a guy can tell you exactly why you need to do a drill, give you some stats behind it and give you some statistics, and then talk about, like, recall something from sports. That sports science show was like 20 years ago. And I remember this exact thing that he's talking about. This is why I'm so big with my footwork. It's like, identify something that works a high percentage of the time. Then you put that into the way you teach a specific footwork. So now you have a reason for teaching it the way you teach it. And then you can build other concepts on top of that. And you can always come back to that fundamental basis of, am I teaching like the right thing? Does that all align? Most people just coach, right? Oh, I saw James Harden do a move. It's like, okay, but we got to work backwards. Like, why is this move working for James Harden? Well, because James Harden is an elite shooter and an elite scorer and an elite passer. So when he does all these moves, there's all these other things going on in the defender's head. There's already a body of work there that people have game planned against, and they're playing like 4D chess. When you're going and teaching kids how to do a James Harden move, you're missing all that context. You can't go back to the sports science of why it's working for James Harden. Anyway, sorry for that tangent, but like, this is gold.
With this much fucking real estate, I can't. If he comes at the same time I do this and he attacks my leg, by the time I get my hips on, he's either getting a layup, but I'm gonna be out of position. So that's why with them and even Shay, it's like, so imagine if they gonna create contact, and with this much real estate, he can't recover, lights out. So I'm always create a contact, bounce back, be a threat, and if he comes, he can't stop it.
This is my new, off of how many minutes? 8 minutes in. This is my new, one of my new favorites. That was just, even that little small piece right there makes so much sense, and it's exactly what we talk about all the time with why I'm so big on my footwork, attacking them a certain way. Not because I think it's the only way to do it, but just percentages. And if you perfect it, and if you can get your body to do that efficiently, you end up making moves where it's like, you either stop this or you stop this, or you give up this. Sorry, you either stop this and you're going to give up something else. You want to put people in those positions where it's like they have to make a decision and then they have to live with their decision. Most people just play and they're like, yeah, if it goes in, it goes in, or if it works, it works. But you're not really in control of that situation as much as you think you are.
That's why the game looks so easy to check. So yeah, so with him, same thing, but with all of them, the game is about leverage. And then also when we're driving, right? If I get him moving, I just gotta touch him. But
he's been watching my videos and stealing all my coaching points is what he's doing. Once you get them moving, you can push Shaq out of the way. Man, he's stealing my content. That's why they call him the guard whisperer. He guards all of my whispers them. I don't know. I'll work on it.
Here, but we've been working on, I might have him do it too. So we've been working this one, but this season with them, we've been working this one more because I can get back. I'm already squared. I can exploit whatever decision he make. I can blow by, I can shoot here. It's still good. I got to come over around, but I might have him do it, but we've been doing a lot of outside leg hit and get to it.
He's stealing all my teaching points, all my coaching points. Outside leg now?
I just call it, what I call it is hit. Hit dribble. Everyone call it punch, but it's hit, be physical, create a gap. Because if you can't recover with this much real estate, niggas in trouble with this much, and that's what Shay does. So now once you come in, it's over. It's over. There ain't shit you can do about it. So
he's got, hold on, this is insane. 14,000 subscribers. This video has 35,000 views. Most of those other videos I've reacted to are like hundreds of thousands of views of some of those other trainers. This is insane to me that I don't know what it is. I know it's boring. I don't know. You guys tell me, is this stuff boring? Like learning these sort of things, is it boring to learn, or is it not useful information? Like, to me, it's super valuable. To me, I learn these things, I put them in the knowledge bank, and then it's there forever. Is this just not as entertaining? Because this is, if you learn this as a player, it doesn't matter what move or all the other bullshit that people have out there that they're teaching you. Sorry for my language, but if you can do this sort of stuff and understand it at a conceptual level, you can build anything off of that.
Him, he's bigger. It's gonna be this game, playoff basketball. We talk about it all the time. Who's gonna deal with this nigga in playoffs?
Yeah. You want to practice for what it's going to be like in the playoffs. Practice for what it's going to be like as a really tough defender. Don't practice what you're seeing like in the regular season.
Hit an avenue. If you don't come, I'm shooting this. You come, it's over. So we talk about a lot of times you see guys, they'll create a gap, but then they close the gap. We want to create and let the defender close it.
We saw that with Hezigod, right, against Frigga. He created a gap and then was like, oh, I'll redrive, and then ran right into him. Just shoot it.
Like, it's going to be drama come playoffs. What? And the way he played defense, there's calling a lot of bullshit fouls on this shit because he's physical. They letting that shit go in playoffs. So you got to deal with him offensively and defensively. You need a sip right here. Baseline, you go first. Both y'all defending, but nothing crazy. So 3 dribble combo. Once I finish here, outside leg hit, create space. Then attack that side, 3 dribble.
So think about what this training session is, right? Very intentional, very like built up all the little parts of each skill, right? Built up just the top of the form, and then you start building up the lower body footwork, and now building it up with the dribble. And like other situations you can use this, but also look at the angles he's taking, exactly the angles that we work on whenever we're watching these one-on-ones.
Into his body, come back here. Come up and back, then you go. Back, punch, come back.
Just building like good habits.
Come back. Come back though, choke, come back. Get that leg back, right? Hit him, come back into your shot. Good. Good.
Yeah, still exactly what he's saying. I still think he needs to clean that up. And I think the problem is having him do a full court down and back. Also, these are NBA guys, so they're in shape enough to do this. But I think still there's room still to get the detail right in maybe a shorter distance, and then have Stefan go, and then VJ go again, and Stefan go, but instead going a full length of the court.
Hit, come back into your shot.
He hasn't done a correct rep yet.
So look, whoa, make sure.
Okay, yeah, he stopped him now.
Obviously, we're doing a full court drill, even when I'm.
And you hear what he said? Like that was my fear with it, right? Once you're going full court, those players now are thinking, wait, full court. They're not thinking, get into my shot. He's trying to rep them out and go, get into your shot, get into your shot, get into your shot. Because that's what improvement at this level is like. Like you got to just rep it out. So he's like, let's get 100 out real quick. So I do a similar thing where we talk about trying to get our first step, getting your outside foot outside the defender's outside foot. And instead of just doing it one time to the basket, because it's easy to do it once, but it's hard to do it multiple times. I'll put up 3 cones. So I'll go 1, 2, 3. So you have to go outside foot, then outside foot to the basket. So you're getting 3 reps to try it. And it's just enough to where you can go twice and then mess up the 3rd one, and it's not like, oh, I gotta start all the way back over and go full court. But little things like that I think are good. That's how you should build up drills. And there's always that fine line of like overexerting energy and not enough detail, or not enough detail and too much, like whatever it is. Like you just gotta find that fine line. And this is not me saying this way would be better. This is just thinking out loud of different ways you could do this.
Trying to set up the screen. I want to come back where I can still attack. I don't want to come back and get into a negative. I'm hit, shot.
This guy. Sign me up. I want to work with this guy.
Close, I'm out. So make sure I'm coming back where I'm balanced and I can attack.
Athletic
I'm
stance.
not coming back into a negative.
Guys, it's not over for us. There's still great coaches out there, okay? It's not over for us. We can do this, America. We can do this.
Ready to go. Yeah. And then you don't close it. You create, let that motherfucker close it, then you exploit it. Ready to go. Hit, there you go. Hit, be physical. Good feet, find your feet. Hit.
So when people talk about Shea, this is exactly the move. Now, Shea's practiced this a ton, and he gets away with more, and he uses his arm and shoulder a little bit more. Some good, some bad. But this is how you get your shot off in the mid-range. So all that stuff that that trainer was talking about a few videos ago, how to get open in the mid-range, this is how you get open. You drive from the top of the key to the elbow. So this is top of the key, trying to get a straight line drive to the basket. Can't get to the basket. So you create this space. That space will always be created. If you're on balance and you take those angles, this space will always be on balance. It doesn't matter who's guarding you. Now it'll depend how much time you have. If that's Lou Dort, you have very little time to do anything with this step back. So if you're not getting straight into your shot, that redrive is going to be really tough. Then trying to think about what you're doing next is going to be really tough. But 90% of the guys you go against, if you drive to the elbow, you're going to get a decent look at the elbow. Then if they close the gap, then you redrive whenever they close that gap.
Good. Hit. Good.
Oh, so just half court. Okay, that's a little bit better than what I thought it was.
Hit. Come back quicker though, right? Hit. There you go. Come back ready to.
Yeah, his footwork isn't great, but again, he's getting hundreds and hundreds of reps. He's probably going to do this thousands and thousands of times before season starts.
Attack. Hit.
And look, he's an elite player, athlete. Sorry. So if their footwork isn't very efficient, and he's still got a lot to work on, doesn't that show you that, like, it wasn't the coaches that trained him to develop him to this point? He's just a freak athlete. Even the freak athletes need to work on exactly the stuff we're talking about. So, oh man, I see it all the time in my comments where it sounds like I'm trashing trainers and coaches, but people are like, yeah, but this stuff is good for NBA players to work on. I'm like, yeah, maybe, but they still need to work on the same thing that we're working on, the stuff, same simple concepts that we talk about. All levels, this stuff is so important, and that's why it's good. It's better to work on that stuff than some other drill that's going to help him make tough finishes later on. He can already do that. Freak athlete.
Create that space, bounce back, good. And then use your eyes. Eyes, good. Let's go, Steph. Good. Just working on it. Hit. But remember, come back home, come back home. There you go. Create a space.
So one of the issues I think they're having is their first step. The first step might need work on.
Come back home. Good.
Because he goes with a crossover step. Still works, but I think it's less consistent.
Good.
Yeah, see, he does negative step as well. There he didn't go with the crossover step.
Use your eyes more, Steph.
Yeah, he goes negative a bunch.
Use your eyes more. Good.
It's crazy because this is something that I worked on this stuff a ton. And again, people think they need a trainer. No, you just need to learn how to learn. You need to learn how to apply things, learn how to understand concepts, and then take that, put it into your own game. All the learning I did, all the training I did, majority of from my senior year of college onwards, was all me. Like I've had trainers and I learned some things from coaches and took some things from here and there, but it was me just doing the work and holding myself accountable. So doing those same drills over and over, that same sort of stuff, it became just a habit to where now when I look at these guys, you forget they're like 20, 19, 18, 20 years old. Like they're still so young. And this is around the age where I was starting to learn this style of stuff. And they're messing up a ton. And I'm like, rookie of the year, NBA rookie of the year is still struggling with some of these basic concepts, basic footwork. And it's not a bad thing. This is a good thing. This is showing, like, if these guys have to work on it and then how much it's helping them improve. Think about if you're playing in high school, how much being able to create just a little bit of space at the elbow or dealing with an aggressive defender, this is going to create some space to get them off of you. But there's no one drill I can give you or one answer I can give you that's just going to make a good defender not pressure you. But it's learning how to do this. It's repping out the movements, repping it out till your footwork becomes efficient and just a habit, and it's just do the thing.
Right? Because remember, in the half-court environment, when we create that, we trying to lift them with our eyes. Like we shooting it, we passing, we doing something. Ready, use your eyes more. Hit, come back, good. Handle it.
Yeah, so he's done crossover step 2 times. Let's see if he changes.
Yup.
Crossover step again. Now watch.
Yep.
So watch his first step. So he just plants and goes. So it's just crossover step. This is what Phil Handy would teach. Now watch this. Now it's onside step and into a crossover step. So it seems like most of his drives, he wants to be doing a crossover step, but it's still very inconsistent. Again, basketball's not perfect. It's never supposed to be perfect, but it's interesting watching habits and seeing, like, if he's messing that part up, to still have the ability to get his footwork right here and push off is tough. And it's really good that he's doing that. So imagine you can clean up this as well. Good. It just makes it, that's what Shea has.
Good. Good. Let's go. Start here. Start here. You with the ball, you with the ball. Shoot the pull up. So same thing, right? Just be creative. Right now, we just, breaking up, but whatever, same thing. Combo hit, Come back, show shot, then play off J.
So mix it up on the close.
Play off J. Either nail, baseline, you show. All right.
Oh, they're not shooting the three.
No.
Okay.
So.
Oh, he's about to lock him up. You hear that? Oh, so they're not shooting it. I'm locking them up, coach. Got it, coach.
Show shot and then play off of them. Good. There we go. I'll rebound a little bit. Oh yeah, you can. Me and you switch out on the help. Ready, go. Hit. Use your eyes. Get to your spot.
So from the wing, where does he get to? To the elbow, right? If he would have drove baseline, where would we got to? Short corner. These are the angles. These are the spots, folks. I don't make it all up.
Good. Ready? Same thing. Eyes. Use your eyes, Steph.
Yeah, I feel like he's just got happy feet.
Ready? Same thing. Eyes. Use your eyes, Steph.
Watch here. Yeah, that crossover thing, the crossover stuff is messing him up. And the coach defender, this is funny. Whenever you're doing drills as like a fake defender, it's so hard to not get in the offensive player's way because like you're trying to get out of their way, but they might be going. You can't. It's just hard to do. But if a player is very efficient and has very good footwork, it's very easy for the coach to get out of your way and try to like, oh, I'm going to throw this at you and you can go this way. But right now, Stephen Castle just hasn't got a command of like forcing the defense to go a certain way or getting people. So I think he can still work on a lot of footwork stuff, but he's working on this part today.
Yep,
that's the main focus.
Baseline.
Can't fix it all at once. These are just things I'm noticing.
Get into his body. Be physical.
Now look at the difference in footwork.
Get into his body. Be physical.
VJ goes with his outside foot. See, attacks with his outside foot. And that's easy to get out of the way because he went the opposite direction.
Yep, good. Wait, use that push out. Hey, work that too. Get into his body. Use that push out, Steph. Use that baseline.
Saying he keeps getting in Stefan's way because his footwork is weird.
Remember that last dribble into your shot. Good pull up, V. Good.
And while I'm knocking these guys, right? This is the difference between. I mean, he won Rookie of the Year. He's okay. This is the difference between being Stephon Castle and being Paul George or being freaking Kawhi Leonard, right? These are. I'm knocking them in the sense that we're comparing them to other elite guard to forward scores. This is the difference between him and Shea at the moment. You know, it's like they're not bad. These guys aren't bad. They're just working on a very specific niche part of a game.
Hit. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Go.
Yeah, look how much cleaner that looks when he goes with his outside step.
Hit. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Go.
So crossover step there, which is fine. But once he's back on balance and you see their top foot, just step past. Don't run into. He's trying to like put pressure on and they keep hitting knees almost. Just step around him. Yeah, just step around. It still could be like a bigger step, but and the step is. It kind of depends. If you're a faster player, you kind of just want to put that step down and go. If you're a bigger, stronger player or a taller player, a big step and getting your shoulders past is probably more important.
Let's go right now. 8 makes. Right now, 8 makes. Good. Handle. Show the eyes. Good.
And it goes back to the details that he was talking about at the beginning, right? Like I attack their foot with my outside foot. It's not just personal preference. It's like there's a reason for it. Goes all the way fundamentally back to the science of it.
Remember, don't have that dribble here. Come on.
Now you want crossover step again, fine, but so this is the part where a lot of trainers just miss all of this and they just go, yep, good sesh because you did a step back into a redrive. He did a very good job. He's very specific today about what detail we're looking at, what we're trying to improve on. Like putting them in different situations to emphasize it.
There you go, too. Come on.
Now, why was the crossover step better there. Because it was a counter, right? He acted like he was going to drive. Yep. Acted like he was going to drive. And then crossover.
Way to get it up. Good arc on it.
I think VJ, I think they're both kind of getting tired and missing a little bit of the point, but so I would say I would probably get to this point as a trainer and be like, okay, let's relax. Let's go do something else now. Like, I think it's like, again, big negative step. So I would just be like, okay, or maybe video it and then have them watch it when they go home or watch it now. But right now it's probably like, okay, information overload. They're working on a new skill that they're not good at. I would probably be done and be like, okay, let's get up some shots. Let's do something where you're not having to think too much, but you can still improve. And then the next time you get a session and you get to work with them, you'd go, okay, right, here's how we were last time. Now let's improve a little bit on these like small details. I don't know how often they get to work out though. He even said to him at the beginning, like, yeah, next time you want to come tap back in with us or whatever. So this might be the only opportunity he gets to really work with them. So that's why they're probably going longer.
Ain't nothing they can do with that. Once you create that space, it's drop.
But yeah, once if you're training players and it starts to get sloppy, don't put them into another brain thing to think about. Like, their brain is turned to mush at this point. Again, that's one of the issues I have with trainers do too many gimmicky things. Because if you're doing too many gimmicky things, like, your brain gets tired because it's working, it's like improving, it's rewiring itself to learn some of this stuff, and you put kids to another thing, it's just going to get sloppier and sloppier, and they're not going to retain most of that information. It's the same reason when you're watching game film with a team, some coaches will sit down for hours and watch game film, but honestly, most of the studies show, like, if you're going to watch game film, break down 3 minutes, like 3 minutes worth of film, and then talk about it for about 10, 15, 20. Anything past that, like, the kid, you're just not retaining it anymore. Very few kids can.
4 more. Oh, nice. Where we? And next, sit. So I got 1 more. So we know we driving by. So I like we using ours, but come back loaded. Because what if he don't back up? I got better shoot. Loaded. There you go. He don't come.
That was good. Yeah, definitely can clean up the footwork, but
so make a left. Good feet. Good.
Yeah, we'll hold on. This would be a good coaching point.
Replacement. Good.
Let's see Castle's. Now, what's the difference? Look how on balance he gets when he knows he's going to shoot it. He still does this little double tap thing I don't like, but when he knows he's going to shoot it, eyes are up, he gets on balance. But when he was driving, it was like a big negative step and then to a crossover step. So you just want your shot and your drive to look the same, just so it creates this guy has a split second. A Lou Dort has a split second to close that gap and make a play. And in that split second is the only opportunity you're going to have against a Lou Dort to do something. And if you don't sell it, well, then you're stuck. You're in the torture chamber, as they call it. So you just want your shot and your drive to look the same. So you get a split second and then one chance to make something happen. That's why it's important. Anyways, this was awesome. Thank you so much for sending this. I'm going to definitely check out more of his videos. Hopefully he stops stealing my content soon. He's stealing all my coaching points. But guys, this is the stuff. This is the stuff you need to be putting into your brain and retain it. Not necessarily the drill, the footwork, the exact thing, but the concept. Why does it work? Because if he closes out with this leg and I go with that leg, he's beat. So you want to get your brain to the point of, like, the outcome of this. I'm worried about the help defense. I'm worried about the clock. I'm worried about other things. I know the outcome of this thing. Like, I've already practiced it and repped it out, and I know why it works and why it doesn't work. I don't want to be thinking about this in a game. I want to get into a game and just react. But then the other stuff I can be thinking about. How are they defending the ball screens? Are they sending help? Is my guy going to the corner so I can kick it? Like, you want to look at all those other things. You don't want to be focused so much on this. You want that to be natural. So awesome video. I don't even know what else to say. Go like and subscribe. He's only got 14,000 subscribers or something. Go check out that video. A huge shout out to Guard Whisper. I got to do some more research and call him by name, but yeah, that was awesome. Thank you guys. Let me know what you think, and see you in the next one.